And then we just see these guys getting chased by men with swords and like wooden sticks with circular saw blades on them. And what do these kidnappers want? Look at how tight this is. Is there quite a lot of drug use in Kano?
Yeah.
Cough syrup. If you charge, you give me $20. Okay. He's burning the copper wires, burning the rubber off the copper wires so he can sell the copper so he can afford food. There's military planes doing circles around this area. So Mohammed, we just went past two big mansions saying FCC under investigation.
So it's like a commission that controls corruption and crime, mostly by the politicians. The president of Nigeria should know that Nigerians are suffering.
It is rich in resources, it's got Africa's biggest population, and it's enjoyed democracy since 1999. But
kidnappers are demanding money. If you pay ransoms, kidnapping continues.
Over 100 students kidnapped from a school in Nigeria's Kaduna state.
Armed groups have killed more than 36,000 people in the past 10 years.
The only way to end kidnapping is for society to take a stand that we will not pay.
Burdened by inflation, economic stagnation.
Despite being Africa's largest economy, it does have high unemployment at more than 33%.
Credible and disturbing evidence that Nigerian security forces shot and killed at least 12 people taking part in peaceful protests last night in the country's largest city, Lagos.
A city in chaos. Across Lagos, buildings have been torched.
Mass kidnappings, attacks by armed groups and criminal gangs, corruption and a lack of jobs. So where does Nigeria go from here?
Nigeria. Many people would think of scammers, kidnapping and violence when they hear the name Nigeria. But how frequent are such events? Shall we go, put our feet in the dirt and see what it's like for ourselves? I think so.
Africa's most populous country.
Known for kidnapping for ransom.
What's the price?
The price of this one is 1,000. Money! Oh,
A city in chaos.
Yes, I'm watching.
Don't have words.
Okay. Demoralizing.
West Africa exhibition.
Hi, sir. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Hi, sir.
Good morning, sir. Welcome on board.
So we've just flown from Lagos all the way to the other side of the country to the second biggest city in Nigeria, Kano. Already you can see it's more desert-like. We're in the south. In Lagos it's a bit more green. There's a big difference in religion here. In Lagos it's vast majority Christian, and up here it's vast majority Muslim. So we're going to head out now, see what we can find in this city, and see the difference between different parts of Nigeria, because it's such a culturally diverse country, and also the landscapes are diverse and the food and everything. So let's go explore what we can find in this second biggest city of Nigeria here in Kano. Hello.
Hello.
Nicholas.
Yeah, okay. I'm Leslie.
Leslie, nice to meet you. Thank you. Another interesting part about this part of Nigeria is that it's actually on government websites. It's listed as an orange zone, which means that it's advised against all essential travel. But you say that it's safe here, right, Mohammed?
It's very safe.
So why do you think international governments warn their citizens from coming to this specific part? Because in Lagos they said it's a green zone, which means it's okay under the right guidance, but here they don't advise any foreigners to come.
Oh yeah, because you know the issue of Boko Haram, that's the insurgency of Boko Haram happens in the northern part of Nigeria.
So we've come further into the town, into this downtown market area. It's all happening. Absolutely incredible, this city. It's so different to Lagos. I can't stress that enough. It's a completely different country. It feels like obviously it's the same country, but in terms of comparisons, so different and so much to see here. It's a really fascinating fusion.
Gaskiya abin da ya gane kasuwa dan dako ne ni.
He's a porter here.
And what's he saying?
He says he's a porter here. That's where he get what to survive his life.
And he just wanted to tell the camera that?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Look at how tight this is. Absolutely insane. This is for humans and vehicle traffic?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to school. What do you do for fun when you're not at school?
His whole day is studying because in the morning he goes to the Western education, the formal education, and in the afternoon he comes to the Islamic school. Same in the evening, like late night, like around 9 p.m. he also goes, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., 9 p.m. he goes to Islamic school again. So his whole day is full of studies.
What do you want to do when you finish school, when you grow up?
A big time businessman.
Okay, so he wants to make a lot of money, an entrepreneur.
Yeah, he wants to make a lot of money, he wants to be an entrepreneur.
What do you want to do with all this money?
When he get a lot of money as an entrepreneur, the best thing he's going to do is to support the kids that don't have rich family that are not poor, to support them to go to school.
Okay, so like kids living on the streets, he wants to help them
support them, yeah.
That's very beautiful. Good luck. Thank you.
The president of Nigeria should know that Nigerians are suffering. There is a lot of inflation, people are suffering. So the president should try to do something.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck. Good luck.
No problem. I get a present.
In Lagos, they call you Oyibo. That's the name for a white person, but here is Bature.
Bature.
Yeah, someone was calling you there, was calling you Bature.
Okay.
So that's your name here.
And something that people might not understand at home is there's so many different languages here, right?
Yeah, like 700.
700 languages.
Yeah.
And so when we were down south, you couldn't understand the local languages.
Exactly.
And then you would use English to communicate with people that you don't understand.
We use English sometimes. If the person cannot speak English, then we use the Pidgin English.
Okay.
Yeah, Pidgin English I think is the most common.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a slang kind of English?
Yeah, it's a slang of English in Nigeria or in Africa generally.
Can you speak a little bit?
Oh yeah, how you doing now? Which means how are you?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a slipper for leather.
I'm not shopping at the moment, sir.
Free look, no charge.
Okay.
If you charge, you give you $20.
Sorry?
We give you $20.
Okay.
Yeah?
If you charge, you give me $20.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. How's business?
Yes, I find.
It's good?
Yes.
Many customer?
Today, use the first customer.
But I'm not a customer.
Nobody can go, no enter for this shop.
All handmade, it's been made by them here.
How do you feel?
I feel okay. How do you feel?
I feel all right.
You're good?
All right.
Oh, that's good, man. Thank you, sir.
Okay. What's your name?
Nick.
Nick?
Yeah.
You come which county you come?
From Lagos.
Lagos?
Oh, country.
Yes.
New Zealand.
New Zealand?
Near Australia.
Oh, it's far.
You know it?
Oh, you know New Zealand?
Yeah. About 80 hours from
Yeah.
Wow.
Very far.
Have you been there?
Yes. No, it's true. I've been German. Yes.
Oh, you went to Germany?
No, I don't. I have some knowledge about it.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you. There's a sewer there.
This is a tofu. Each piece is 10 naira. 10 naira So I'm buying 5 pieces, which is 15 naira. She's saying that she doesn't want to go to Switzerland. She doesn't want to go to any part of the world. She wants to be in Nigeria because all her family are in Nigeria, so she doesn't want to go anywhere.
How did Switzerland come up?
I just told her. I just said, but you don't want to go because she said she doesn't want to go to anywhere in the world except Nigeria.
So she loves
I said,
Nigeria.
well, how even Switzerland? She said, wherever in the world. Oh, she loves to go to Saudi Arabia.
To Mecca?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but any other part of the world she doesn't want. She's 18. Yeah.
This is the full-time job?
No, I'm working in full-time. Yeah, every day she does that. Okay, she goes to 5 different schools in a day. And also she do that.
She comes here.
Yeah, she comes here. Yeah. I guess she wants to go to the university and study law.
And then, so she wants to be a lawyer.
She wants to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Mohammed, we've come up to this viewpoint, right? Looking over the second largest city in the country.
Yeah.
And to me, we flew here today from Lagos and it seems like another country.
Yeah,
right?
It's like another country, out of the same country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Different people,
different culture, different atmosphere, different architecture. Complete contrast with Lagos, yeah.
This part of Nigeria has a bad reputation, not just internationally, but also domestically. There's people in Lagos that we met and told me specifically to be careful.
Yeah.
So why do people have this perception of danger here? Is there an element of danger or there isn't?
Actually, there isn't. It's just the media. They use the media. The media influence their perception, right? So they use the media to tell you what they see in the media, to tell you be careful. It's happened all over the world, wherever, like for example, if you're coming to Nigeria, generally people from maybe your country will tell you be careful with Nigeria. So it's the same thing that happens with what she told you in Lagos, that be careful in Kano.
Are there still not kidnappings in the region outside of the city?
Definitely there are kidnappings, but 1, 2, 3, but outside the city mostly. I can just say like there is the kidnapping, but it's rare. It rarely happens. I travel always all over the country, especially this part of the country, like in the northern Nigeria. I have never ever seen something like that.
And what do these kidnappers want?
They need money, so when they kidnap you, you have to give like a ransom, then they release you. Sometimes it's been said that they kill the person also, and also collect the ransom.
They get the money and they kill them?
They kill sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they release the person and collect the ransom. Yeah, they want to. Yeah, they want to attack, like they want.
That was absolutely insane. We were coming down the stairs from the lookout point, and then we just see these guys getting chased by men with swords and like wooden sticks with circular saw blades on them and hockey bats. It was pretty intimidating, and they just chased after them and pushed them up against a wall, and apparently they're called the Vigilante groups of the area, and they chased them around they call them the bad boys, people smoking weed and taking cough syrup, and they said they also do house robberies. I don't know, yeah, whoa, intense. And there's military planes doing circles around this area as well, so yeah, it's quite intimidating. although we've heard that it has got a lot safer. So we've just met this local man here, and he's burning the copper wires, burning the rubber off the copper wires so he can sell the copper for food and things, right? So he can afford food.
Yeah, for his livelihood. After he's finished burning it, when he get the copper wire, then he will sell it. When it's reached like 1 kilogram, it sells like 4,000 or 3,500. That's like around $4. No, $4.
4,000 would be $8.
Yeah, $8. Sorry, $8 or like $7.
How long would $7 keep you going for?
After he burn it and he got the copper wire, when he sells it like $8 or $7, then he get and buy another wires so that he can get to burn again.
Okay.
So he's like getting the capital, not spending the money, but getting in more of the capital.
And what's going on behind us?
They don't allow him to burn the copper here.
Oh, so they're shutting him down.
Yeah, like he should take it somewhere else.
Does the man here now have to leave, or?
No, he has finished. He has to finish.
He's allowed to finish and then go.
This is also something, the syrup.
That's cough syrup.
Yeah, so it's also toxic. So
has this got codeine in it?
It's like codeine. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
People come here and they
buy it. They make it in small quantity so that the guys can afford it. Maybe this will cost like maybe 200 naira so that they can afford it. You see how bad the companies are.
So the pharmaceutical companies are making it for them.
Yeah, so that the bad boys can afford to get something that can make them toxic.
Is there quite a lot of drug use in Kano?
Yeah, there are.
There is.
Men and women, especially this kind of syrup. You can see another one.
So people come up here to this random area and just take cough syrup and smoke marijuana?
That's why these guys are working here.
Okay.
Yeah. I love what those guys are doing.
The Vigilantes.
The Vigilante group. Yeah, they are like trying to protect the community from all bad habits so that the bad boys in the community, they should try to be good boys.
Are they related to the government at all?
No, it's just a community group. Just community decided to do that for the betterment of the community.
You are welcome.
So Mohammed, we've met your friend that you know in this area, and he's had some struggles lately.
He has like a stroke. Like 7 months he has been like on hospital bed. He says it's all about the pressure of life. He has a lot of responsibility to take care of his family, so he had a lot of things to do. So that really caused him to get like high blood pressure, and which eventually leads to the stroke that he's suffering now.
And so generally people are pretty stressed due to the economic situation?
Yeah, it's happened a lot here actually. Due to the economic situation, a lot of people used to get this issue of stroke and also the high blood pressure.
Thank you.
Thank you. So journey.
Thank you very much.
This is like the family house of the richest man in Africa. That is Aliko Dangote. Yeah, this is his street. So all these houses here belongs to the family of Aliko Dangote.
The richest man in Africa still lives here behind these walls?
No, he doesn't live here. He lives in Lagos. But this is his family house.
How did he make his millions? His billions?
He invests a lot of money into a lot of business, like production of foodstuffs mostly. So, and you know, foodstuffs get a lot of market because that's the basics need, right? That people need. The people need to food to eat, right? So he produced like the spaghetti, the macaroni, the whatever. All foodstuffs is being produced by him in the country all over.
Okay, so we're here with Leslie, who's been driving us today. Very nice man. Yep. And you're from Lagos, right?
Yeah, I'm from Lagos.
Now we're in Kano, which is on the other side of the country.
Yeah, I grew up here.
Right, you grew up here.
Yeah.
But you're a Christian man, and the majority around here is Muslim, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you guys, everybody gets along well, and you feel comfortable and everything?
Yeah, we feel comfortable. Everybody is just inside. It's
just, we need everybody needs everybody.
This area in the north of Nigeria has a reputation around the world for terrorism, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But was that in the past?
Yeah, it's pretty very well in the past right now.
Okay.
The mentality of everyone here has changed from the volatile state to trying to find tranquility and all that.
So you feel like a lot safer than you did? You said there was a big terrorist attack here in 2011?
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
There was a big terrorist attack in 2011 and it affected every part of the society here. The insecurity level at that time was pretty high.
Would you be like worried walking around the streets and things?
Yeah, we've been walking around the street. The security was all around. People could move less, traveled less. I could say the roads are being more safer right now. Still a bit insecure also.
Still in the city, still insecure?
Not the city is safe. Outside the city on the highways, still kidnappings and all that.
Is that quite frequent?
Probably, I would say every 2 weeks.
Wow, that's quite a lot. But in the city, it's okay?
In the city, it's pretty okay. It's all good here.
Okay.
No kidnapping at all. Everybody tends to feel okay. The mood is now lighter than 2011.
Right.
It's pretty much safer.
So we're standing here 10 years later and things have improved a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Things have improved a lot, both socially, economically also.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Good to hear. All right, thank you very much, Leslie. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Assalamu alaikum. Where are we going, Mohammed?
Yeah, we're going into the site that most of the rich people stay.
So here you can see some of the more expensive neighborhoods, big walls and barbed wire on the fences. So behind this wall here is a golf course.
Yeah.
So Mohammed, we just went past 2 big mansions saying FCC under investigation.
Yeah, EFCC means Economic and Financial Crime Control. Economic and Financial Crime Control. So it's like a commission that controls corruption and crime, mostly by the politicians. So a lot of Nigerians, some politicians were caught in corrupt acts. So their homes, their mansions were being confiscated from them and is under investigation, same like the one we see.
And you say this happens a lot?
It happens a lot, yeah. You can see that money in Kano and in Abuja also.
And when we were at the airport this morning, we were checking our ticket status, and even the airline had a sticker on it saying this,
it's not paying
this
its
business
tax.
is under investigation for tax evasion.
It's not paying its tax. That's Nigeria.
Right.
Yeah.
But they continue to run, right?
They continue to run their business while they are not paying the tax. And the crazy thing is that the government already stamped the notice on their door side, but still they open for business. That's the most craziest thing, right?
Oh, so this is like a gated community?
It's a one-man family home.
This is one house?
Yeah.
It's huge.
Very huge.
It looks like a military base. These are huge houses. Look, they're building what looks like a palace there. Obviously we can't go in because of tight security, but it gives you an idea of the disparity in wealth in Nigeria. So we've come back to the hotel and look at this place. Absolutely beautiful. Right, Mohammed?
Yeah, amazing.
And there's an Instagram chair over there.
Yeah.
The owners here are Lebanese, so they've got Lebanese food, which is my favorite in the world. And they've got also Indian food and Nigerian food and everything. So amazing selection here and beautiful place. Finished up with that incredible Lebanese food there. Here we are in the Lebanese hotel. Standard toilet, big bath. So for this big hotel room, it's costing $40 a night, which I think is really reasonable. You've seen the facilities. You never know what's gonna happen in this country. Like, it started off pretty calm, and then next thing I see guys with circular saw blades on the end of hockey sticks chasing people and pinning them up against the wall. And the guys that I was with were like, don't worry, they're just vigilantes. And I was like, okay, just vigilantes, don't worry about it. But yeah, then they explained the community watch situation that they have. Such an interesting city. Basically the capital of the north of Nigeria. So much going on here. You've seen the people, it's described itself to you. Nigeria is so diverse. beautiful in many ways. I'm really enjoying my time here. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video, more exploring around this region. So in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Huge thank you to Mohammed for being a gentle soul. Such a fun guy. All right guys, thank you so much for watching.